So I just got a question that I thought I would try to figure out. Basically, I've always heard that you cannot mix hydroquinone with glutathione. Like if you're using one, you have to basically not use the other. And so I was trying to figure out, well, what will happen, or just more information on it, because like I've always heard it, but I didn't know why. And so basically the question is it true we shouldn't use any bleaching creams, lotions, or oils while on glutathione? I was using a lightening cream called Skin Light when I started taking liposomal glutathione plus vitamin C. That cream doesn't contain hydroquinone, and I wasn't noticing any results applying it twice a day. Then I mixed it with another lotion which contains hydroquinone, and also mixed it with carotene oil. Yes, more hydroquinone. And I've been seeing noticeable results in just days, and haven't stopped taking my 2,800 milligrams of glutathione daily along with vitamin C. Please help me. So yeah, so I was just researching it, like, okay, so what is, because I've heard you shouldn't mix the two, but I don't know why. And so there was one article that kind of went into what happens when people use hydroquinone just by itself over long periods of time if they have dark skin. So this is only for people who you already have dark skin. I think for people who are going from like an olive skin tone, if you're only going down like one shade, this probably doesn't apply to you. But for those of us with darker skin tone, basically the dermatologists were saying that you should use it in 4-month intervals, because what happens is around the 4-month mark, your skin has like a buildup of this acid. It starts with the O. I should have pulled up that article, but anyways, it starts to build up and you'll have like darkening, like your skin will start redarkening for no reason. It's really, really weird. So they said during, after 4 months of hydroquinone, switch to a mixture of arbutin, kojic acid, and there was one other skin lightener, and use that for 4 months and then go back on hydroquinone. And that's how you can not only maintain your results, but continue with your process of, you know, whatever skin lightening. But basically it was just like really bad to continuously use it or you start to darken. So I was wondering, I wonder if people who say, you know, using glutathione together with hydroquinone, it'll have your like skin start to darken. I wonder if that's really what was happening. It was just that people were trying to use the hydroquinone like you would use glutathione, which with glutathione you just keep on going and going and going, like you never stop. So I wonder if like after they got past that 3 to 4 month mark, that's when they saw the darkening and they started just saying, okay, hydroquinone and glutathione together, they intermix. But anyways, I don't really know. So if any of you guys have a better understanding of what happened with hydroquinone, I didn't even know that the oil, she said because she said she's using carotene oil or keratone oil. I didn't know that that had hydroquinone in it either. So there's just a lot of stuff that, you know, I don't completely understand. And so going back to this article, basically she's an Indian female with an olive complexion, but almost brown forearms and back of neck, and very brown elbows, inner thighs and knees, and she's trying to get fair and lighter. So she's just wondering what's the difference between the hydroquinone and glutathione. So for hydroquinone, it works by inhibiting the synthesis of melanin, which is the pigment that gives your skin color. We already know this. When you're using hydroquinone products, you must use a sunscreen to protect your skin from the sun, or it won't work well. Hydroquinone turns toxic when exposed to the sunlight, so if you use it, you should only be used at night. So I don't exactly understand how it turns toxic. Like, is that true? Like, is that what happens? Like people start darkening even more than they would if they weren't on hydroquinone if they're in the sun? Just a question. But glutathione is a substance found in every cell of the body. You guys already know about glutathione. I won't go through that. But hydroquinone is just a duplicate, and then glutathione is obviously the natural. That's why they're saying duplicate versus real hero. It says hydroquinone is for local applications and works well on local area only, whereas glutathione can help with anti-aging, skin lightening, and overall body complexion. Hydroquinone, obviously you can't put hydroquinone near like your eyes, so like certain parts of your face, you're not gonna be able to use this. I don't know about like your intimate areas if you're able to use it, but obviously with glutathione, everything's gonna start to change, but it does change at different rates of speed, which my last video I went over that. Like you're gonna see most of the changes in hands and feet first, and then other areas are gonna look like nothing's happening, but I don't know why that is. It's just how it goes. They do say that hydroquinone is still the gold standard for treating melasma, so if that is something you're dealing with, then just know that that would probably work better for you than doing glutathione. I don't know long term though. So which is better and permanent? Glutathione is better as it gives overall single tone and prevents photoaging. Permanency is not associated with both, so neither one of them are going to give you permanently light skin. You will always have to continue to use it in some way. Supplementing the same helps increase the benefit, and continued effect can be maintained with a lesser strength antioxidants like vitamin C. I think this is ubiquinone. Someone brought this up in one of my other videos. She just started using it. I haven't looked into this, but obviously we know what vitamin C does. We know about pycnogenol. Hydroquinone results are maintained with on and off usage and sunscreen. So which is safer? If evaluated and administered at the right dose and right interval, glutathione is safer. The master antioxidant glutathione's presence is essential in the health of the body. So this didn't really answer my question of why you can't mix them. I'm actually having trouble finding where people are like, don't mix the two. So I went to another site. I'm still trying to figure out where glutathione and hydroquinone causes darkening or where they interact. I'm having a really hard time over here. But in this article, they're talking about the ochronosis, and so that's where it darkens your skin. But it says this was about 5 years ago. I don't know when this article was written, but now, of course, dermatologists have basically went back on that and said, well, you just shouldn't use hydroquinone more than 4 months if you want to, you know, go around the whole ochronosis, which basically that's one of the acids. It's like building up in your skin, and then yeah, it causes darkening. The recommendation is not to use this ingredient continuously for more than 5 months, with regulations on dosage, length of use, and method of use, reactions with other ingredients, and the possibility of adverse skin darkening. It is not a safe ingredient to use. So this article is more of about, you know, why not to use hydroquinone. And then it talks about parabens and like mercury. Obviously, I don't think any of you were thinking about using mercury, but it was also talking about the safe acids and things and creams to use. Retinols and retinoids, I think, are some of the best. Retinoids, of course, you have to get with a prescription, but retinols, you can find them over the counter. Which ones exactly you'd want to use, I don't know. Even with a retinol, I think I would still mix with something else. So kind of like the Mequinol that I'm on is a mixture of kojic acid and then a retinol, and then mulberry and yeah, all that good stuff. So yeah, sadly, I'm still at a loss on what goes on with glutathione and hydroquinone. I will continue looking for it, but so far I'm not really turning up anything. So if anyone has any recommendations for any articles of where it says that these two should not be mixed. Okay, so we're back. I really didn't want to give up on this, and I didn't. I was like, okay, what does Skincare Talk say? Because everywhere else wasn't giving me really answers. And so this person says, I read on the thread that taking glutathione and using creams containing HQ would cause the HQ cream to be ineffective due to the antioxidants in the glutathione. I take 500 milligrams of gluta daily, not for skin lightening purposes, but for overall health. I take this along with vitamin C. My question is, would the 500 milligrams that I take daily be enough to cause HQ creams not to work? Or would there have to be a lot more glutathione in the blood to cause this? So I thought this was really, really interesting because I hadn't heard that at all. I hadn't heard that the glutathione would basically feel like the hydroquinone was a free radical and basically something bad and basically cancel it out. So I thought that this causes darkening in people. So it's interesting how rumors spread, but I could be completely wrong, and like it really does cause darkening too. But we'll continue on this little deep dive. Thanks for posting. I also really want to know. Glutathione will become ineffective. I read a thread, maybe by Arrow, that said the cream would be ineffective, which makes more sense. Oh wait, okay, so some people are saying it's the glutathione that won't be effective, others are saying it's the hydroquinone that won't be effective. Please, I would like to know if you went to a clinic for glutathione. I've been on HQ for about 5 months alongside taking glutathione. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 40,000 to 60,000 milligrams daily? What? This is possible? And I've still been lightening. Maybe because the dosage is high. You think? Holy crap. I didn't think that was possible. But personally, I haven't had any issues. Okay. Well, there we go. Dang. Where did we get this idea? Because like I've always heard don't mix HQ, like hydroquinone, and glutathione. And so I was just like, all right. And someone else, you know, other just random people would say it causes darkening. And this has been for like the past 2 years. I've heard this on and off. And so that is crazy. Though she said she's been on hydroquinone for about 5 months. So I wonder if she's getting close to that point where she's going to have to basically stop using it for a little bit, or if she's going to start darkening. That's a lot of gluta. Thanks for sharing. Be careful with such a high dose, bad for your liver. Yeah. Yeah. You know, what we take, even if you wanted to take like 10,000, 12,000 milligrams daily, like not much is going to happen. Like as far as like, you know, your liver but taking something like that, that is why in certain countries, they don't do the glutathione IVs. Well, they don't do the glutathione IVs because, you know, people who are trying to take too much of it, because usually in the US, the glutathione IVs, they'll give you like 2,000 milligrams at a time. But it's because of that. And then of course, like sanitary issues, some people were reusing needles and like it was just sketchy in some of these other countries. Anyways, that is insane. Whichever is stronger will overpower the other. That's insane. Too high of a dose will damage your liver. Yes, yes it will. I mean, too much of anything will damage, you know, your organs. Like, did you mean 4,000 to 6,000? I really hope so. So I guess that was it. Dun dun dun. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm glad that I at least like found something on it, and from people who have actually tried it. So for the person who posted this question, obviously we'll see how these comments go. But I mean, as of now, like I didn't know any of this, so I'm definitely learning something new.